Hey everyone, Kaiser, and welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Well, if you don't know by now, Year 8 has started. They're actually calling it Volume 1, but it looks like we have our very first side quest for Year 8, or Volume 1. Apparition is your mission. It is time for you to learn Apparition. Unfortunately, it comes with a condition. If you don't pass your exam, your job will be impacted, where you learn how to flawlessly apparate and acquire your Apparition license, or you face your boss's wrath and be doomed to walk everywhere. I guess we'll see what happens. And our boss, by the way, you know what? If you want to check out the video, I'll leave a link at the top right, or you can just check it out on my channel. It's easy enough to find. Year 8, Chapter 3. It's called The Boss. You'll see what a character that he is. Well, there's my boss. Oh, I don't think he looks happy. Hello? Something going on, Flump? You seem upset. Upset? Is that all you have to say? Match his angry energy, play it cool. You know what? I'm going to talk back to him. Yeah, that's all I have to say. You're the one coming in here with an attitude. I'm just trying to choose a snack. This is hardly the time for snacks, Agent. You and I both know that the Jammy Dodgers haven't been restocked. You and your Jammy Dodgers. You exhaust me. Flump. I just need you to listen to me and listen to me closely, because I've just made an unfortunate discovery about you. Could it be that I don't know how to apparate? Yes, that's probably it. So, you're upset that I don't know how to apparate? I can't believe you don't know how to apparate. You've just been walking places? You're supposed to be professional. Well, as I'm sure you already know, my time at Hogwarts wasn't exactly normal. So, that's no excuse. How do you expect to progress your career if you can't do a simple thing like apparate? Don't answer that. I have a feeling the answer will just agitate my heartburn. Luckily for you, an Apparition instructor owes me a favor. Does that mean I'm going to learn how to apparate? It means you're going to attend a 12-week Apparition course with some other Ministry stragglers. Apparently you're not the only person to leave Hogwarts with an Apparition license. I've always wanted to learn, I've never cared to learn, I don't have time to learn. I want to learn, absolutely. This is great. I've always wanted to learn how to apparate. I do not particularly care what you want. But at least I know how to drag you kicking and screaming to your class. I can't believe I'm going to finally learn how to apparate. And if you even think about failing, I'll make your remaining time at the ROCC unpleasant. Which won't be long, because your future as an agent will be cut short if you fail the Apparition exam. You mean if I fail the exam, you're gonna fire me? That's right. Well, it's a good thing I'm eager to learn then. Fail at your own peril, Agent. I'm not gonna fail. I'm gonna pass the Apparition exam with flying colors. Then report to Hogsmeade's Festival grounds. Your course starts today. Well, how convenient. Oh, it's Tonks. And who's that, Barnaby? Oh, good golly. Watch her, Casey. Casey, my favorite person in the whole wide Wizarding world. Are you two here for the Apparition course? That's right. I'm so excited. My toes are vibrating in excitement. What are you laughing for? It's honest. He's excited. What did I say? Don't worry about it, Barnaby. So, Casey, how are you feeling about finally learning how to apparate? I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm annoyed. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to learn how to apparate. I was about to say operate. With everything going on during our time at Hogwarts, I didn't have any free time to take the course. Tell me about it. I just had attention on the Saturdays when the course was happening. I actually spent my course fee on peppermint toads and sweaters for Gnarl. Well, I'm glad that we're learning together. If our instructor ever shows up. He's the instructor? Hey, he was at Hogwarts. Twycross. Good day, students. I seem to remember the three of you being a part of the Ministry of Magic student program. Or maybe he was part of the Ministry of Magic, actually. But either way, we've met him before. That's right. It is good to see that the three of you didn't get lost in the Department of Mysteries. Now, as you may recall, my name is Wilkie Twycross, and I shall be your Ministry Apparition instructor. As this is a remedial course, let us start by taking attendance. Sure, man, go for it. But there's only three of us. Lee Barnaby? I can't believe there's someone named Lee Barnaby. What are the odds? He means you, Barnaby. Oh, I'm here. Tonks Nymphadora? I've told you before, it's just Tonks. Loves Gaming KC? Right here, Mr. Twycross. Everyone is accounted for. Let us talk the basics of Apparition. Pay close attention, as I'll be quizzing you afterwards. Do I actually have to take an exam in this? Because I don't like that. To conclude, the most important thing to remember is the 3 Ds of Apparition. Without these 3 concepts, you will be hopelessly lost when it comes to Apparition. Mr. KC, can you please tell me one of the 3 Ds of the Apparition? Defenestration, Determination, Demonstration. You know what? I think I must have slept through something, because I don't know what this is at all. I'm going to look this up, because I don't want to get this wrong, and I don't know if I actually can fail this freaking thing. I'm going to figure out what this is.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, I'm back. And apparently there is 3. There's Destination, Determination, Deliberation. So it's going to be Determination. Determination, Mr. Twycross. Correct. You're so smart, Casey. Thank you, Barnaby. Let's go over the 3 Ds one more time. Destination, Determination, and Deliberation. Now, let's practice. We're practicing right now? Oh, blimey. There's no time like the present. Remember to fix your mind firmly upon your destination, in this case, the interior of the hoop. Then, I want you to focus your determination to occupy the visualized space. Finally, when I give the command, I want you to turn on the spot and move with deliberation. Kindly focus on your hoops now. On my command. 1, 2, 3. Oh! What? Barnaby did it! Almost! He doesn't have any eyebrows! Well, they're back. And that, students, is what we call splinching. It occurs when one is insufficiently determined. I can't believe I almost lost my good eyebrow. Mr. Casey, I do not believe you have tried apparating. Right, of course. Do I get a good screenshot? I missed it. Oh. Well, oh, indeed. I'm impressed. Not many take it that far in their first lesson. It is certainly a positive sign, though all 3 of you will need to work harder if you want to pass your exam. I suggest you seek outside help between classes if you want to increase your chances of succeeding. We'll definitely do that, Mr. Twycross. However, I must warn you, that you are not to try apparating without an instructor present. Should you do so, the consequences could be quite severe. Well, that certainly seemed ominous. But Mr. Torgras did give us good advice about seeking outside help. Any ideas on who to ask? I think we should work on the first D of Apparition. Destination. And I've got just a Hogwarts professor in mind to help us with imagining a destination in our mind. Professor Trelawny! Let's go ask her right away. Or Trelawny. I cannot speak today. Some days it's easier, sometimes I feel like I have a sock in my mouth. Okay, so I totally forgot that we were adults for a second. And I was like, why the heck is she so small? I have my answer. Thank you for agreeing to meet with us, Professor Trelawny. Well, my tea leaves spoke to me this morning that your owl arrived. They had said to expect some important news, and then an owl came swooping by with your letter. I was so delighted to see some of my favorite former students once more. Usually when students see me outside of school, they have something terribly important to attend to. I so very rarely leave the castle. I find that leaving too often obscures the truth of my inner eye. Right, well, we actually did have something to ask you about, Professor. Oh yes, this must be about Miss Tonks not being able to apparate. And Mr. Lee's missing eyebrow, although it looks like he's recovered it. Yes, exactly as I mentioned in my letter. The Sticks suggested I approach this differently than usual. So let's jump into it. I can tell you all about imagining a destination clearly in your mind's eye. Let me see if I got this right. When I'm focusing on the destination I want to apparate to, I should think about not only how it looks, but also how it sounds and smells? Precisely. The clearer you can picture the location, down to the smallest details, the more accurate your landing. If you're merely picturing Ollivanders, you could end up in Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade. I see. And I should avoid apparating anywhere I haven't been before? Why's that? It is much like Ovombacy, dear. A general idea only gets you so far. I don't know if I said that correctly, I apologize. Without your knowledge of eggs and Ovombacy, you simply get a general reading, nothing specific. How are you feeling about apparating to the correct location? I feel confident. I lack confidence. Let's just try the opposite for now. I lack confidence, Professor Trelawny. If I don't apparate directly into my hoop, then I won't pass the exam. And if I don't pass, well, my bosses threaten to sack me. Fear not, dear. Something tells me you'll be just fine. Did you just divine that from your tea leaves? Don't be silly. Matcha is made with powdered green tea leaves. That's not nearly enough residue. Thank you for your help, Professor Trelawny. Of course. The three of you may want to avoid radishes for the foreseeable future. Huh? I'm not sure that will help us, but I'll keep that in mind. Thanks again for the advice. The three of us ought to get going to practice. Who knows where the 12 weeks will take us? Alright, so I'm done the first part. We're gonna keep going. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is putting this entire walkthrough in one video. So this might take a little longer, but that's fine. So it says here that I've learned the basics of apparition and have a firm grasp on clearly imagining a destination thanks to Professor Trelawny. Now I just need to learn about determination and deliberation. So that's why there's 3 parts. I get it. I can do math. I can do stuff. I can brain well. I can't believe I'm already halfway through my apparition course. I'm definitely improving, but I need some extra practice if I want to apparate flawlessly. I'm not exactly sure what Mr. Twycross means when he says we have to move deliberately. And since we're not supposed to operate without him, how am I supposed to practice moving deliberately? Criffins, Casey. Warn a lad if you're going to be skulking around an alley, eh? Sorry, Callum, I didn't mean to scare you. You know, if you're trying to avoid Flump, this is the second worst place to choose. This is where it goes to avoid everyone. I'm not trying to avoid him, I'm just... Well, he enrolled me in an apparition course, and I'm having some trouble with the deliberation part. Here, why don't you talk through your troubles with me? Perhaps I can lend some help. Great stuff, let's do it. I said, let's do it! Every time I spin on the spot, I get dizzy. Being deliberate doesn't mean you have to be so slow, Casey. You have to take into account how it is that you want to land at your destination. I want to land perfectly steady. Brilliant. So that's what you want to keep in mind when you're starting to spin. If you want to operate and land on your feet, then focus on doing that carefully. Alright. You should give it a try right now. Mr. Twycross said that we shouldn't operate without him present. He said the consequences would be severe. And Flump already threatened to sack me if I failed. What if he found out that I also disobeyed Mr. Twycross? Oh, come on! Rookie Twycross has been giving that speech since I was in school. Just give it a try, KC. I won't tell if you don't. Try to operate. Decline his offer. I am so far behind. But I'm trying to grind. I am. It's just so much work. It's like a week to go up one attribution point. I don't think so, Callum. I don't want to risk it. Alright. I won't push you. I really do appreciate the advice you gave me, though. Thanks for listening to me. You really helped me out. Don't mention it. I'm just helping out my favorite coworker. Wait, I'm your favorite coworker? Hi, well, Olivia has a terrible habit of leaving candy wrappers everywhere, and Flump is... Flump. At the very least, you and I get along well. Even if you're a Gryffindor. Good luck with your course. You're going to ace your final exam. I'm certainly going to try. But first, I've got 6 more weeks of Apparition class to get through. Where to next? Never mind, I guess I have to wait. Nah, I skipped it. Reason being is I have enough energy to really dent the next part, so I'm like, well, why not? And I have enough of the candy things anyway, the silver ones. Glad you could join us, Casey. Of course, Mad Eye. What is it you wanted to talk to us about? It is my understanding that your final apparition class is today. That's right, and then we take our exam to see if we get our apparition license. Excellent. I'm sure you will all do well, but I thought I would take some time to offer some advice on determination. Before that though, are you feeling prepared for your upcoming exam? Once again, those flying colors, and I need more practice. I'm gonna pass with flying colors. I'm gonna pass with flying colors, Mad Eye. I'm super prepared for the exam. That is good to hear. But you must maintain constant... Go away. Constant vigilance. I was actually going to say constant determination. Oh. You did say you wanted to talk to us about that. Any advice you have will be useful, Mad Eye. Tell us what you can about remaining determined. Especially since if I fail my exam, then my boss has threatened to fire me. And if I lose my job, then I can't pay my rent, or buy groceries. Then it's best you pay attention to what I say. I will even test your knowledge after to see if you are prepared. Okay. Otherwise I can't get my, fruit snacks, I don't know. the state determined we should try and only think of where we want to go and how much we want to be there. Is that right, Mad Eye? Well, per Casey. And what happens if you're insufficiently determined? Pinching, flinching, splinching. I'm pretty sure it was the third one, because Barnaby lost his eyebrows. You get splinched. Correct. If you know that and keep it in mind, then you'll be sure to do well on your exam. If you lose focus when apparating, you may accidentally leave a body part behind. This is called splinching. We'll definitely stay determined, Mad Eye. I trust that you will, especially after hearing about Barnaby's unfortunate eyebrow incidents. Now, I'll wish the three of you good luck with your last class before exam. Thanks for your help, Mad Eye. Tonks, Barnaby, let's get to our last apparition class and show Mr. Twycross how far we've come. Yeah, like I said, the speaking has been just not good today. Fumbling every 2 seconds. Welcome, students. This will be your final class before the apparition exam. I do hope that you'll look back on your time in this course fondly. Barnaby apparating across the highlands in her 9th week and getting hopelessly lost was quite memorable. You chuckle, Miss Tonks, but I seem to recall you landing upside down several times during our 4th class. Anyways, as you may have surmised, this is your last chance to practice a flawless apparition. After class is over, there will be a short break, and then we'll commence with the exam. Blimey, I can't believe 12 weeks have already gone by. Time flies when practicing the complex art of apparition. Let's not waste any more time. It is time to practice apparition. Alright. Also, in the final part, is it going to be 3 parts as well? Or is it just going to be one test? We'll see. Eventually. When this 8 hours is up. So fast forward just a little bit, and a second ago you saw that I was doing the quest while we were practicing. There was a cutscene, and I was able to apparate, but my friends were not able to. And they got really down on themselves, so they walked away, and now I'm chatting to them. The two of you are very talented, and you can do anything you set your minds to. And you said to yourself, Tonks, that no one has said you'll get kicked out of the program. Yeah, you're right. I just think it got to my head. And Barnaby, you're gonna be just fine. You're right. Things always work out for me in the end. Thanks for cheering us up, Casey. For what it's worth, I think you're going to do just aces on the apparition exam. I think so too. Enough about us though, we haven't really talked about your problem, which is certainly the worst of all. Your boss has threatened to fire you if you don't pass. What will you do if that happens? Beg to keep my job, give my boss an earful, cry a lot and eat ice cream. I'm gonna cry and eat a lot of ice cream until I can't move anymore. Well, on the off chance that you do fail and your boss fires you, I'll bring the ice cream. I'd appreciate that, Tonks. Oh yeah, apparition must be really important to magical maintenance. Yeah. We have to be able to get around the ministry quickly to clear messes. Well, I know for a fact that you'll pass with flying colors, Casey. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Barnaby. We best be heading out, though. It's time for the apparition exam. I have glasses on, by the way. It was one of the things for the daily planner, and it wanted me to spend 40 and 50 coins. And I thought, hey, I can do that. To be fair, I do wear glasses in real life. Pretty much the exact same ones. Though I wish I had the hair like that. I don't. Flomp? What are you doing here? Why do you think I'm here? You're bored? You're here to pressure me. You want to cheer me on. He's a hard-nosed guy. You're here to pressure me, aren't you? You're not nearly important enough to put pressure on. Ouch. And if I wanted to do that, I'd set up a case review and watch you squirm as we go over things in agonizing detail. Anyway, don't remind me. But also, don't forget that your job is on the line. So that scruffy looking fellow is your boss. He seems a bit prickly? More like spiky. He's not that bad, he's actually cool. Nah, he's a prickly guy. More like spiky tongues. He's not particularly fond of me, but I'm not really sure why. I'm always having trouble imagining why someone would threaten to fire you, but he certainly seems the type. Looks like we're about to start. Good luck, Casey. You too, Tonks. Is this an actual quest, or am I actually doing something? Alright, students. Just waiting for the camera to stop. We'll be starting the exam soon, so take some time right now to focus. Remember that you must flawlessly apparate into your hoop, or you'll fail the exam. Understood, Mr. Twycross? It is time to focus, so that I can pass the apparition exam. Yeah, I was hoping we'd actually not get a quest, and it would be something where you could just kind of do something, like answer questions or something, but I guess not. It's what I thought, it's an 8-hour quest. It is time to begin the exam. Best of luck to everyone, and don't forget the 3 Ds of apparition. First up is Mr. Lee. He did it! He did, yeah, he did it! Congratulations, Mr. Lee. You have passed your apparition exam. Next up will be Miss Tonks. Right, no pressure. I totally got this. You can do it, Tonks. Hey! She also did it! I did it! I did it! Yes! I knew you could do it, Tonks. Congratulations to you, Miss Tonks. You have passed your apparition exam. And last but not least, we have Mr. KC. Well, I didn't exactly time that well. Congratulations, you have passed your apparition exam. We did it! I never thought I'd be so excited about a silly piece of paper in my entire life. It is not just a piece of paper, Miss Tonks. Your apparition license opens up a world of opportunity. I trust you will use this skill wisely. You should receive your license by OWL by the end of the week. Well, I passed my exam, Flump. So it seems. That means I'm still employed, right? Fortunately for you, yes. Fortunately for me, now I don't have to do an exit interview or fill out additional paperwork. Of course, that's what you're worried about. Good job, Agent. Did you just... It is a shame that it took you so long to learn. I should have known better than to expect praise from you without a follow-up like that. But who cares? I can apparate all I want now. Alright. Well, it looks like we got a compliment at the end from Flump. I've passed my apparition exam. I guess we'll see what happens moving forward with that. Where would that actually be? I'm guessing that later on during different quests and side quests, I will probably have the option to apparate, but now that I at least have it, I can have the option. I thought though, like I said before, we were going to have an actual exam. We had to answer questions and stuff, but I guess not. Anyway, that is it for that. Let me down below though, what did you think of the questline in general? Subscribe for more Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery videos, and I will see you moving forward with more chapters in Year 8, or as they seem to keep wanting to call it, Volume 1 in Hogwarts Mystery. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you On to the next one. Bye, everybody.